Alright, so I guess I'll make a video response to a video Poodle Susan made a while back. I guess I'm a little late to the party, but there was a video where she was responding to some other guy, like Arthur or something, Arthur Antarctica or some shit, about women's culpability. And, oh yeah, I'll say yeah, you did make some points there. Like, sperm jacking really, I've never heard of anybody getting that happening to them or something like that, or like anything of that nature, but for most of it, I would say that the dude's right. Like, I don't know what say I have in a woman getting pregnant other than just not doing it. Like, yeah, that's basically it. Just not having sex with her. Like, I can't understand. Like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, I could get a vasectomy. I could wear a condom, get the spermicidal lube and all that shit, and she could still get pregnant because vasectomies can fail, condoms can definitely fail. We all know that. That kind of shit. And what say do I get if she is pregnant? None. I don't get a say. I don't have a say in the matter. It's not like I could just take her to an abortion clinic and drop her off or something. I don't get a choice. I'm on the hook for child support at least, if not prison time or jail time or whatever. Like, I could get sent to jail for that. My wages garnished, whatever, and I'm on the hook for it. In fact, I've known two men in my life who have been lied to their face about a woman being on birth control. The woman they slept with lying to their face about them being on birth control. One guy was lied to twice. He's a father of two different of kids from two different mothers. Like, I find it hard to talk. I just got off work and I'm drinking a little bit, but yeah. And what punishment did they get? They didn't get any punishment. They got money for it and support. Like, and that's another thing. Yeah, here in the West, like I think that's what he's arguing for is in the West. I can't speak for the rest of the world and any of that. I imagine it sucks a lot of ass for women out there. I'm not gonna lie, I can see that. But here in America, where I live in the United States, yeah, I don't know what say I get. Like, I don't get any support programs if I were to somehow get a woman pregnant or something like that. Like, I don't get child support. I don't get any of that stuff. Am I saying they should be taken away or whatever? No, but I'm just saying as a man, I don't get anything. I get a I get another financial burden, I guess, in a sense, if I didn't want the kid. And in fact, like, yeah, that's another thing. He's right. Like, there's tons of programs for women out there who have kids. Like, I know, like, there was a girl I knew in high school. She got pregnant at like 14 or 15. I can't remember. And she ended up getting, like, her college paid for mostly. And stuff like that. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, the dude who got her pregnant didn't get any of that. I'll tell you that much. And, yeah, you got like WIC, women, infants, and children. It's not MOWIC, like men, women, infants, and children. It's just WIC and stuff like that. In fact, recently a good buddy of mine was telling me like an argument him and his girlfriend were having. They have a kid together. She was upset with him because he doesn't have health insurance. Now, obviously, we live in the United States, so you got to pay for it. And I just thought to myself, well, duh, he doesn't have health insurance. It's expensive. And this is a guy who's been working like 40-hour weeks since he was like in high school, late high school. Um, doesn't get any of these sort of things. She's like in her early 20s. He's like in his late 20s. Like, yeah, he doesn't get any of that, but she gets like benefits through the state, and so does their kid. That's the only way they're going to get them because it's so expensive to have health insurance now. Like, those two people get them. The females, not the male. The male who got her pregnant does not get any of that. Nothing. I'm just going to say it that much. He gets another burden, another financial burden. Stuff like that. Like, I'm just curious, where the hell is my say in the matter? Like, I don't see it. It might be a blind spot of mine, but I'm not seeing where I get a say in whether or not she keeps or gets rid of the kid. I don't have a say in the matter. And yeah, you're right. There's not an abortion clinic on every corner in a lot of places, but you can go to other places and get it done. Name me a place in the U.S. or anywhere where you're escaping child support as a man. You don't escape it. Like, if you didn't want the kid, you're on the hook, basically. Unless you want to change your name and move to a different country, you're pretty well fucked. And yeah, just take this as a thought experiment for a second. Like, okay, say you have a male antinatalist and a female antinatalist, both of them living in the United States. Which one of those two people is more likely to have an unintended pregnancy or an accidental pregnancy that comes to term with the child being born? Well, sure as fuck ain't gonna be the female. I'll say that much. She would probably walk through the gates of hell to make sure that kid isn't born. The male antinatalist, on the other hand, he's gonna be like, oh fuck, I hope she's like pro-choice or something. Like, hoping to God that something happens. He doesn't get a say. I don't get a say in the matter, which is why I generally I just don't mess with a lot of women. If I find out that there's a woman and she's like fertile, like in her fertile years or something, like I just generally avoid them. Like I saw something like that said you're like a cougar or something. Well, I guess here's another reason why men go after cougars, because I certainly do. It's the fact that women that are like cougar age are a lot less likely to get pregnant or past the point of being able to, and stuff like that. Among other reasons, like, yeah, older women are just, at least in my experience, are generally more pleasant to be around, and yeah, they know what the fuck's up. They're more experienced, let's put it that way, but we'll get off topic too much. But yeah, like, it must be a blind spot with me, and not just me, like a lot of men, in the West especially. Like, I'm not seeing where I get a say in the matter. I mean, if you want to tell me, or any other woman out there wants to tell me where my male privilege comes in the aspect of a woman keeping the child or not having the child or whatever, where does that come in? Because I'm not seeing it. I don't know, and I don't know along with a lot of other men, so you might want to tell us. Because what I'm seeing is that the pendulum has definitely swung the other way. I'm not saying that the way things are now are the way they've always been. I won't argue that, and I can't argue for it. There's just no way. It just was not like that. But, yeah, I don't think a lot of women... what I'm seeing is a lot of women haven't noticed how much power they've got in this area. And, yeah, that's what I'm seeing at least. Because I really don't get a say. I don't get a say, actually, that I can see. So if you want to tell me, Poodle Susan or any other woman out there who's watching, like, let me know. Let me know what say I get, other than, the usual don't have sex with her, or get a vasectomy condom, whatever. What I'm talking about is once a woman is pregnant, what say do I have in whether she keeps a pregnancy or not? Like, whether she has a kid, any of that. Does any woman out there feel free to tell me? Like, just let me know. Because I'm not seeing it, and there's tons of other men who aren't either, so... I won't drone on too long, but yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying. I'm not MGTOW or any of that, so I guess I just live the lifestyle, but I'm not any of that, so I'm antinatalist first and foremost. But other than that, I guess have a good one. Thanks for watching if you are.